What have the singer Cher, the actors Christopher Reeve and James Belushi, and the rock group Aerosmith got in common? Well, besides being incredibly famous, they all star in a fantastical PC adventure called 9. Well, their voices do at least.
Even 10 years on totem pole duty doesn't stop laughs.
9 is the first project from Tribeca Interactive, the software company owned by actor Robert De Niro. And sure enough, there's a lot of Hollywood talent behind the scenes, including people with film, animation and technology backgrounds. 9 is about a retreat called The Last Resort, which was dreamed up by your uncle Thurston Last. It's a place where poets, writers and other arty types go to rejuvenate themselves if they lose their creative inspiration. The only trouble is, mischievous forces have taken over The Last Resort, and it's up to you to stop them and restore the place to its original glory. Well, the game is certainly creative and pretty weird. As soon as you enter The Last Resort, the first things you see are a peculiar-looking room, a monkey sitting on an organ, and a strange-looking fellow flying around. Prepare to meet your host and ally, Salty.
This place is a monument to the midlife crisis.
Salty will guide you around this strange magical place where there are plenty of puzzles to solve. You'll also discover some twisted secrets as you get deeper and deeper into the bizarre and wonderful world of Thurston Last. The most obvious thing about this game is simply how stunning it looks. Lots of hard work went into its very unique appearance, and just about every technique was used. Some of the characters and room adornments were based on clay models. Others were made using wireframe computer ones. Hand-drawn artwork played an important part in the game's design, as did computer artwork, of course. 9's art director, Mark Ryden, is well known for designing album covers for stars like Michael Jackson and Aerosmith. How is designing a game different?
When you're doing, an album cover, you have one shot, one composition to work out. On the game, I'm doing more like interior decorating, designing a whole room, which has to look good from lots of different angles, so it's not one composition, it's a multitude of compositions.
When it comes to voices, well, here's where the celebrities come in. The voice of Isadora belongs to Cher.
What's your pleasure? Starting something new or carrying on something old?
Superman Christopher Reeve is the voice of Thurston Last.
My legacy has crossed paths with the twins once too often.
And actor and comedian James Belushi is the growling Salty.
We looked for people that we thought would lend an interesting bent to the story, voices that people were familiar with, so they would hear a voice and think, boy, that sounds like Cher. And, of course, in reality, it is Cher.
The music and even some of the voices were provided by top rock band Aerosmith.
This ocular fragment seems fortuitous. Evacuate, lest rodent infestation ensue.
They provide the voices of the baddies in the game, the toxic twins, who are trying to take over The Last Resort. But what does Mr. De Niro think the biggest difference is between making games and making movies?
I say a movie, that's all backstory that's behind what's going on, and you show some things in the film, of course, but this you show so many different sides of one situation, one character, one whatever.
Well, whatever you make of this game, it's certainly packed with imagination and weird goings-on. If you want a new slant on adventure gaming, there isn't much around that's as different and strange as 9.